Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's Cosmic Chat with Debbie Sugarbaker. I'm so excited to present to you a beautiful conversation and practical and helpful that I'm going to have with Anette Halfon, who is a Feng Shui master and a master and an expert on the 4 pillars of destiny of Chinese astrology. And we are going to discuss some tips that you can use in your home and also with your food to help you to feel better and to live better, to create shifts, to create openings in your life. Because everything that we have in our lives, we can use if we use it rather than we let it use us. We can really start to live more in our creativity, more from our power and of our soul. So I'm so excited that she's here. And we actually just started, but we got, I think that Mercury is still in the microwave shadow period. So we might still be getting some of the effects of that. We had a little technical difficulty, but I'm going to add her again and we will begin. Thank you so much to everybody who has joined, who joined us before, and I hope that you join us again as we get started here. I see my friend Seymour Coblin is joining, and he's another master in this realm. So you can check out our Cosmic Chat, which is on my IGTV. Yay, Annette, you're back.
Yes. Today is a Dragon Day. That's why it's
Okay,
too much
there we
Earth
go.
that's pressing on the fire element, which is the internet. So let's hope now we can continue.
I think we're going to be good for now, yeah. So
Perfect.
As I mentioned, I just gave another introduction for you. And I know that you also have a new project that you're starting. So if you wanted to just tell us about that.
Yes, it's a chakra application. It's a healing process because I think energies in the house reflect the energies in the body. So to make the inner journey and to go inside and to heal yourself is really part also of Feng Shui in the holistic sense. So the application, it's a free application. It's called U Chakra. U like the letter U, Chakra, Chakra. And you can download it on the Apple Store, on on Google Play, and it's for free. So I really invite everybody to use it to balance your 7 chakras.
To balance your 7 chakras, and it's using your home, right? The energy in your home.
It's part of it because if you feel well, then probably your home also will reflect the energies, and the opposite. If you are happy in your home, it means you have good energies for you. If the home energies are not for you, you will find excuses not to be home. You will feel sick or powerless, or things will not turn out like you would like to. So It's really one reflects the others, and you can feel it immediately.
You can feel it immediately, and we're going to talk more about that today. I wanted to know, so like, what is it that this is what you do full time? So what is it exactly that you do when you work with a client, and how did you get into this field?
Okay, there are no coincidences. I'm a master in theology, comparison religion. And then I came to Israel, I got married, had my children. I thought it's so beautiful to be a mom. And I was a full-time mom about 10, 12 years. And then I said, okay, now it's time again for myself and to do something again. And then I started to learn Reiki. I'm a Reiki master also, and natural eating, naturopathy, a little bit of reflexology. But nothing was really that I wanted to do it all the time. And then I got the invitation for Feng Shui, didn't even know how to pronounce it. And I said, oh, to learn the energies in the home, that would be nice. That was all that I knew. And I called them up in the college, and it was one day before we went with all the kids to 2 months vacation, six weeks vacation in the States. We live in Israel. One day before, I cannot leave, I'm in the middle of packing. So I called them up and they said, there are only a few places left in the course. Come now and close now. And I don't like when people press me. So I said, you know what? When I'm coming back, if it's for me, there will be a place. I came back after 6 weeks. I called him up. There was one place left.
Wow.
And when
So
I
it's for you.
started learning it, I thought, wow, it's everything what I like. It's working with people. It gives such an insight, and it gives practical help what to do at home to feel better. So I find it still amazing, and I'm very happy.
And so when you work with somebody, how do you work with your clients? Like, let's say somebody wanted to work with you. Let's say their house is. It's interesting because I find like there's certain areas of my house that always get messy first, you know?
Yes, there are.
And those things, I was like thinking last week when I had the idea to have this conversation about feng shui, I said, why is it that this cabinet always gets messy first? Because it also feels like it's related to some messy, disorganized feeling inside of myself. So I said, let me tackle that and organize it and see how I feel different, because it's interesting if you start to see your patterns in that way. Most of us, we're not even aware of it, you know?
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Okay, before I start, I take from the people the date of birth. If they have the hour, it's even better. Okay, then I know the energies of the person. And actually, I need all the people living at home, because everybody has a part at the home that is connected to him or to her. Right. So that's very important to, and then I need to know for Debbie. I didn't write your chart down. When we did yours, it was on the corridor in the reception in the Kabbalah. It was just really very, very fast. Yes. It was not a proper reading. So then I would know what elements you need. Elements, that means what materials are best for you, what colors are best for you. And then I can, in this certain area at home, I can do something good for you, to balance you. And especially small children, you just change something and it's connected to their area in the house. They feel it at once.
Wow.
At once. It's amazing. So I take the dates of birth, and then I ask them if I come to the house. I mean, I do also online, but I prefer to come to the house and to see it and to be with the people, of course. But I have clients from all over, so they cannot be all the time everywhere. So I do it also online. So they have to send me the floor plan of the house or the apartment. And now comes the tricky part. I need to have exactly the compass readings. Now, of course, I will instruct my client exactly how to do this. Okay, because you have a compass on your phone. You have to open it, and then you have to make like an 8 movement with the compass and your hand. Hold it, and this is the direction you are looking at. So when you go out of the house, this is the direction I need.
Wow. So it's like interesting. So you really use, it's like a science. You use the exact, I remember I was actually about a year ago when I moved into this apartment, I was going to have you help me, and then, you know, things just got busy, but you told me to draw out like the north side, all of the directions of the house, the way that the door is facing.
That's very important.
And that's how you kind of map it out to work with it.
Perfect. That's what you need. Then we have to know what year the building was built or totally renovated. Because the building, the moment it's built and people start living there, it's getting like life. The direction it's facing, it has a certain energy. Every 45 degrees have a different energies.
Wow.
Okay, so that's also interesting. And then not every house or apartment fits to a certain person.
Right.
There are people, they need the western, west, southwest, northwest orientation. And there are people, they need the north, south, east. So we
And
have
so
to
do
see.
you think that, like, let's say if somebody had, so let's talk about like specific things. So you will look at the individual and you will look at their chart, and then you will look at the way that their house is mapped out. Would you give, and the directions, would you give, would you say, okay, if you, let's say the person is looking for a relationship, would you give them tips about how to open up a
Okay.
possibility for a relationship by moving things in
Yes.
their house? Or if they were chronically feeling
Yes.
tired or down, so you could say, like,
Definitely.
listen, this might open up flow. So what are some of those
Definitely.
tips that you give people?
Okay. So first of all, and this is universal. Okay. This now everyone here can write it down and can do it already. The southwest in every room, in every apartment,
Mm-hmm.
in every building is the lady in the house. Southwest. Okay.
Southwest.
So it can be a corner, it can be the middle, it can be a whole wall. Then we take the middle. Okay. So please, all the ladies, they are listening now, and you also, you check it up afterwards. Take
I
your
will.
compass. Check where is the southwest. Okay, so you turn around until the compass shows you southwest,
Okay.
and this will be a consistent in every room. And there you put something that you like, that is representing you. And there it comes. This is also the area for marriage. So if I want to find marriage, a steady relationship, that's the place where I can put my Chinese ducks, or I can put a symbol of love, or I can put there 2 flowers. I can put there 2 teddy bears, something of 2.
I
Okay,
see.
so it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be only the Chinese ducks. I also give, according to the style, I give them options. Okay, some people they love these traditional Chinese things. Some people they like it all modern, and so everybody needs something else. So I give them the options. Okay, here I would like to have something of a couple. It should be in the colors red, pink, purple, brown, earth colors. It could be 2 stones. It could be 2 rose quartz. It could be, so it depends on your home. Okay, so we go really through the house and look at every corner, what you have there, and what you can do. What are the possibilities
What are the possibilities for that
in
space?
every house? Okay,
Okay.
even if
What if it's
it's,
a man
let's
living and it's
say,
a man looking for his, what if it's a man looking for his mate? What direction is that? So we said
okay,
southwest corner of every room or wall.
in every
Ladies,
room,
just to recap, is to draw,
yes,
is for the lady of the house. You can put two, if you're looking for a relationship or a partnership,
yes,
you put something
yes,
of 2. And
exactly.
what about for a
Okay.
man?
Wait, we didn't finish here yet. Okay,
Oh,
so if you have in the house a nice area there, like kitchen, um, living room, bedroom, office, that means it's a great put to find a marriage. If I have in the
oh
house,
wow.
in the same area, I have bathroom. If I have 2 floors, on the second floor, bathroom again, the lady, she will not feel appreciated. Okay.
Wow, interesting.
Now, and I just had 2 young men. That was so funny. In LA, one guy, he asked me in to make his apartment, and he was a single man. And his apartment was a great apartment, 2-room apartment, and his ladies' area was the kitchen. So I told him, listen, also to the on the birth of date, you can see when the chance to meet somebody is there, when the potential is there, and the house is good. That's amazing. Okay, so we did what I did. I didn't hear from him again. After 3 months, he writes me an email. He says, okay, you have been here in May. I just want to let you know, I met my soulmate, and I moved to New York. and we are getting married.
Wow.
So he's moving to New York. Now, I know another man that according to his date of birth in LA, a single man, that according to his date of birth, this apartment would be great for him. So I told him, listen, another one. I said, listen, I have this apartment here. The guy, he's getting married, he's moving out. Maybe you should take it. And he says, no, it's more expensive. He was a little bit, he took it. What happened? He moved to New York and he's happily married now.
Wow, magical apartment.
One after the other.
Oh
Should
gosh.
make a business out of this apartment.
Wow.
Okay,
That's so
now
cool.
for the men.
So I have a question.
Men here listening. The area of the men in the house is the northwest. Okay, so also whatever you have in the northwest, this is what you as a lady are attracting from a man. Okay,
wow.
so if I want to have a man that travels the world, I will put there travel books or a globe. Or I had one lady, she said she wants to have a boyfriend with a private plane. And she has a boyfriend with a private plane.
Wow.
It's
very powerful.
It's amazing.
Incredible.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so the men are the northwest. Okay, now it's interesting. You said the corners that they get cluttered.
It's one cabinet.
Okay, but look in the other rooms, the same area, the same direction. Right. Probably you also will have a little problem there, or you don't know what to do there.
Yeah.
Interesting what it is in your life. So that's why they say, why to make order? Because everywhere where you have the clutter on this, you are pressing on something in your life.
Wow.
That's why to give old things away, to make air, to have us open, to change things, it helps you.
So what's your advice?
Yes.
What's your advice about, speaking about giving stuff away? Sometimes I struggle because part of me can just release it all and keep very small amount of things that I just like now. But then sometimes I'm thinking, oh, why did I give that away? So I wonder, so then I've been holding on to stuff, but then I feel like it's overcluttered because I do have a small space. So what's your advice about making a decision about whether to give something away or not?
Think, if you didn't use it for 2 years, let's say, you probably don't need it.
Right. That's a good advice. Okay.
Okay. So.
And what about for prosperity and money?
Okay, that's a little bit more complicated.
Okay.
Okay, because there are certain areas that we can activate. I mean, the husband, he is, according to the Chinese tradition, he is responsible for everything that has to do with the income and the authority.
Right.
Okay, so we have to look what we have in the Northwest, at least to have, to make it nice. Okay, and if I put there some business things like business books or to put the office there or something like this, it helps for the income and for this. Now, energies are changing all the time. Every year they are changing, every month they are changing, every day they are changing. Okay, like today, the Dragon Day. So you can feel the electricity takes some persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay, or other days, they actually behind me here, you see I have my calendar. I don't know, probably when I met you, I didn't even do this yet. I bring every year, I'm making an energy calendar, which has 2 levels. The first level is the colors that you see here. So every day I put the energies together of the year, the month and the day. When they fit together, when they fit harmoniously, then I put yellow. Yellow is a good day. When there is just, they are quite okay, then it's green. It's okay. Today is
Wow.
green. When it's purple, when next weekend we have purple days, 16th and the 17th too. Purple means too much fire. Too much fire in the atmosphere means people are nervous, people are agitated, they start crying without reason, or actually fire.
Wow.
It might be a volcano outburst. It might be something to do with in the air, with airplanes. Okay,
Wow.
it's
But
so
so when you do a purple day, I mean, obviously we're always going to have days that flow, days that don't really flow.
yeah.
So the purpose is to just have awareness so that you can, it's not that it's bad, right? It's just that to
Okay,
have
so
awareness of what the energies are.
if there is too much fire, how can you balance it?
Air,
No,
earth.
no, yes, Earth could put the fire off, yes, or much
Oh,
easier.
water, right?
Exactly,
What am I doing?
exactly.
What am I thinking?
Okay, so on these days, I tell my clients, on these days, you wear the colors, black and dark blue are the watercolors, or the earth colors, like you said, yellow, brownish, to absorb this energy. Okay, if you go on a purple day where we have a lot of fire and you wear green and red, and you're making it worse.
Wow.
Okay, so also a person that has health issues, because everything is connected.
Right.
Okay, that's why I take the date of birth, so I know how much fire a person has.
Right.
A person with, let's say, 4 fire in the chart on purple days, okay, you drink a lot of water, you watch your heart, you don't do sky diving or something like this.
Right.
Okay, so you really have a schedule how to
balance yourself. So
balance
basically,
yourself and the energies.
And the energy. So basically, you're giving. I love your way and your approach to things because you're basically giving some information that's based on thousands of years of ancient wisdom that people can use to become more of an agent in their own life. So you don't feel the victim of the energies, but you know that they're there, and then with awareness, you're able to balance them and manage yourself better. It's another tool that we have in our toolbox. There are a lot of tools out there. This is a very strong ancient tool that you can use to approach your life and to manage the energies into your life and to feel better.
So just today, 2 hours ago, I had a lady here. She came to get some advice in her life. Okay, I only made her chart. I haven't been in her home. So that's another option. When persons just have a personal issue, they can start with a personal chart. And of course, I give them tips for the home. And later on, if they're ready or they want, or they're moving to another home, before they move in and get it organized and pay a lot of money, let me check the house if it's good.
Right.
Okay. That's so the lady was here. She just wanted to know. I gave her her personal energies for the next few months and years to come, where there is a blessing for her, where she has to watch her health a little bit. I saw something could be legal, something, and it was yes. She said the city in Tel Aviv, they're pressing her for. They want to do they are building a metro, and somehow their garden is affected. So they're really in. So I told them, listen, they are coming. It's coming in November. It will be. So in November, I give her the tools where to move the bed, that they sleep in good directions, that they don't sleep on energies of legal issues or something like this.
Wow.
Okay, so that's also a very interesting. Everyone has, I said at the beginning, there are Eastern people and there are Western people. Okay, and it influences also the way we have to sleep in, what direction, and the way we have to sit facing. When I'm sitting in a good direction, I'm more concentrated, I'm better. And then I also want to have the good energies behind me.
Wow.
Okay, so it's always changing, always flowing. By the way, I'm doing every first Sunday in the month. I'm doing a Zoom shui, I call it. It's on Zoom, and it's connected also to Facebook Live, so people can see afterwards the recording. And we are looking at the energies of the months, every month.
Wow.
And I started this in the Corona time 2 years ago because I couldn't fly anymore. So it was my connection to the people, and people, I have the same people coming in every month. And each time we have new people coming in. So it's really nice and interesting. So if the people are interested, just let me know, and I will give you the link. And
it's amazing.
if you,
When you were talking about facing certain ways, it came to mind, like, for example, I know that like my bed is facing the door. Now the desk that I'm sitting at is facing the door. What do you say? I know, isn't there something about that facing the doorways?
okay, the bed. If you lay in bed, the feet should not be opposite the door. It can be on the side. Yes, that's even good. Okay, there are certain rules. One is to have a solid protection behind your head. Okay, feng shui is always to be protected and to be in control. I want to see what's going on.
Right.
Okay, so I need a headboard or a solid wall behind me. That would be best. Right. And I have to see the door, but I don't want to be opposite.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so it's really, you look at the floor. If it's straight opposite, that's not good. Because they say like this, they take the dead people out. We don't want this, okay? We are not there yet. So
that's interesting. But what if there's no other option? Because like the other wall is windows. There's no other option for the bed to face.
The head can be under the window if you are not in an earthquake area. Okay, so and then you close the shutters at night.
I see.
Okay, so that's, or sometimes even the bed can be in an angle.
Right.
Okay.
And I know that you will, at an angle. And I know that you also said, so for example, I remember when I was working in the Kabbalah Center and you and I were working with the feng shui of the building, and we went into one of the offices and all of the desks in that office, they faced away from the door. So you said, let's put a little mirror at each desk so everybody can see. So you can also work with what people have. It's not necessarily like, okay, if you don't have that setup, if your house is, too small,
yeah, there are little corrections that we can do, okay, but it's always better to make it proper,
right,
like it should. Okay, if I can see the door when I'm sitting and working, that's much better than when I have the door open, I put a little mirror. At least then I can see what's going on behind me.
Right.
Okay.
And what about colors and styles in the home? Does it matter? Or is it based on the person? Like if you look at somebody's chart, would you say that these colors might be better for your home? You're going to feel calmer. You're going to feel less anxious. Like if somebody has a lot of anxiety or fear. Okay.
Of course. Yes. This we have to see it's always good to have very pastel colors. Okay. Or if you want to have bold colors, you use them only as a certain patch, one wall, or as an accent. You don't make the whole house, let's say, purple or something.
Fluorescent pink.
Yes. That's a funny story. My husband, he is so sweet. And sometimes he is a little bit too fast. When we moved into the house, I just started 30 years ago. So I just started with the feng shui. And I told him, listen, in my new office, I had first office, I want to have it pink. And I was thinking of the softest pastel pink I had in mind. And I went a day to Tel Aviv. I came back, and then my daughter, she said, when she met me in the entrance, she said, Mom, are you sure you wanted to have your office in pink? I came upstairs. He had my whole room. I mean, it was a tiny little room. It was bubble gum.
Oh no.
The whole, everything, bubble gum. The poor painter, he had to make 4 white, total white over this bubble gum to get the color that I wanted.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
That's
so
so
everything has
funny.
to be in proportions. That's another thing. Everything that is extreme, if it's in color, if it's in too much mirrors, some people, they need it. Okay, a person who doesn't have a water quality, he might love everything in everywhere water and mirrors and dark blue colors. Maybe he needs it.
Right.
Okay,
That's why
but
you
we
have
are
to look at the chart, right? You have to look at the
exactly,
individual chart and see. And what is the
exactly.
effect? So mirrors obviously reflect energy. I know a lot of people
Yeah.
use them to, you know, they put it near the next to the bed to kind of reflect any negative energies or things, thought forms that people have, because we said everything is connected, right? So even if people have, you know, you can kind of reflect things back to the
Okay,
universe,
in
right?
the bedroom, please be careful with the mirror
Okay.
because at night energies are flowing and the mirror is reflecting. Okay, so the mirror actually they're playing ping pong with the energies, and we don't want to have this over our heads, especially. So I would never suggest to have, when this is my bed, my headboard, to have a mirror on the side. Or I had a client, they had mirror on the roof, on the ceiling. I mean,
No. Yeah.
okay, so with mirrors, they should not reflect the bed. They should not be opposite a window, and they should not be opposite a door.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to play. It can
What
be,
if
if this
it's
is my head,
beside the bed, like a few feet beside the
then
bed?
it's okay. Then
Okay,
it's okay. When it's facing away, it's okay.
okay, okay.
Okay, that's why we should not have a mirror opposite the entrance door, because the energy wants to come in, hits the mirror and gets out again.
Right. Wow,
We
it's
can
so
have it on the
interesting.
side.
There's so many things to consider, you know, especially when
Yes,
you're working with a space. It's really like an art form,
yes.
you know.
Actually, I had a lot of people. They said they asked me when they moved into the new house, and I told them, listen, this room has the colors, this and this and this. The bed has to go here. The cabinet here. The desk here. And then they said, you know what? We don't need a designer because everything is in place and it fits.
Wow. It's amazing because if it's energetically in place, it's going to feel right also. A
Yes.
lot of
Yeah.
design is also feeling the right, intuitively feeling, like sensing
Yes.
the energy where it feels
Exactly.
right.
I mean,
I mean,
there are people, they have this feeling
right,
naturally. Our
right.
kids, as smaller they are, they still have naturally, they know which direction they have to sleep.
Wow.
Okay. You know what? It was so funny with the directions that the people have. Um, my husband, he is a Western person. That means he has to sleep with the head towards west, southwest, northwest, or northeast.
Right,
I'm an East person. I have to sleep towards north, south, or east, or
right,
southeast. Now, when we moved to the new house here, um, the head, the bed was towards the southeast. The room is the east. That means the head is good for me. The room is good for me. It's all eastern directions. And we moved in here, and the guy couldn't sleep. He could not sleep anymore.
wow,
And he was a flight manager for 35 years. I mean, he can sleep anywhere, can put him upside down. And in the new house, he couldn't sleep anymore. And he
wow.
went to the doctors and they gave him this pill and this pill and this pill. And okay, then I learned it. the
Ding,
course
ding.
that we have our directions, and I found out it's not good for him. What should I do? So I asked my teacher. So he said, okay, balance. So if the room is good for you, for me, you at least the direction of the bed has to be good for him. Okay, so
Wow.
we changed the headboard from the southeast to the northeast to just to the other side. Looked a little bit funny because at the beginning all the the lights were fixed on. Okay, we fixed it. The first Saturday we did so. The first Saturday he usually gets up 5, 6 in the morning. You know what? It was 7 when I woke up. He was sleeping. I went downstairs. I had my first cup of coffee. I had my second cup of coffee. It was 9:30. I was afraid to go up to check on him because just before that, my father, he passed away in his sleep. You know what? I was
Oh my
afraid
God.
to check him.
Oh
He
my
was
God.
sick. When I finally come up and he was there, I just touched him and he started and he was finally sleeping.
His body finally felt like the nervous system
Yes,
could rest and find
yes,
sleep. It's amazing how
yes,
it's so connected, you know?
yes,
I know I'm bombarding you with questions, but about tidiness, you know, like some people are more tidy than other people. Some
yes.
people feel fine leaving a mess.
Okay,
What do you have
that's
to say about that? And also, if you have any tips, because I'm always losing one sock, which is crazy.
okay. Okay, tidiness has, I mean, of course, everybody likes it when the house is more or less tidy. But
Right,
some people, they really need it as organized like a pharmacy. And
right,
other people, they have a mess around and they know where the things are.
right.
This is connected to metal element in our chart. When a
Mm,
person has, when the metal element is under attack, then the person becomes metal is the sense of order. Then it becomes too much. Okay, then they need outside the order because it's not built inside.
mm,
Okay, like I have 3 metal built in from 8, all in all 8. So everybody has 8 energies built in. So, and we have from the 5 energies from the water, the wood, fire, earth, and metal. Somewhere we have 8 energies from these 5.
okay,
And I have 3 metal. That means outside my house is a mess. But for me, it's organized. I
right,
know where things are.
right.
Okay. So, but some people, they come to me and they're a little bit startled because it's not what they expect. A feng shui master, everything is zen and white, and I don't know what they expect, but
Yeah.
but
It's real.
everybody needs
It's
something
real. It's
else.
working with energies. It's not about having nothing in
Yes,
your place. For some people, it might be, and having everything white. That's not about feng shui. It's
yes,
about working with the energies that you have
yes. Of the
and that you
personal
are.
energies. Some people need everything
Yes.
in white.
Authentic. Right.
Yes, and other people they need everything wood and plants, and they can live in a treehouse.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
And what would you say? So for example, with the thing, I'm just like always feel like I'm losing like one sock, like either in the wash or like, is that probably related to something in my chart? Do you think?
I don't know
Very hard for me to
what
do
this
those
are.
final put the socks together.
You know what I do with the washing?
Or
I
there's always
have
like
this.
one sock like just rogue, like around the apartment, like in a random place, like by the front door, or by the dining room. I'll just like find a sock. It's like so weird.
That's strange. Okay, for this I don't have a solution.
I also have a dog, so maybe he takes one. I don't know.
Okay, maybe that's the reason.
And what about if you're living with somebody? Would you look at, some people it can be very difficult to live with. You might find yourself in a relationship where you've lived together very nicely, or another one where it's
Of
very
course.
hard. You have very
I mean,
different
you can when I have
energies.
the charts of the both of the couple, I can see if there is a give and take
Right.
of the energies, or if only one person gives.
Right.
Okay, so that's why I tell my people, when you're dating somebody, before you fall in love all over, please send me his or her state of birth, and then check up how they fit to you.
Right. Or if you're already in that,
Then okay,
if you're already in that situation, you can just
yes,
look and gain awareness that might help you
yes,
to
and then I
navigate the
can
energies in a better
explain the
way.
lady what her husband needs.
Right.
Okay, so what she has to make him happy, and the same opposite. When it's a man, I can tell him, listen, your wife through a hard period, you have to treat her like this and like this and like this. One girl, she needs touch and the massage and kissing and hugs. And other girls, you have to take her out for lunch or for this, or other ones, they need jewelry. We can actually see this.
Wow, it's amazing.
Okay, because in your chart, it's already there what you are looking in a partner. It's there.
Right.
Okay, so if you get a partner who cannot offer you this, you will always be disappointed.
Right.
Okay, I have a few couples like this. They stick together because they're traditional couples, but they're not happy.
Right.
So
but at least you can gain awareness. Oh, here
yes,
is where I always get
yes,
disappointed because of this. And so I understand the energy,
exactly.
so I can decide not to get disappointed.
Yes, yes. And
Again,
then we
it's
also
giving the
can do
individual
some
agency and power. Gives us, like you said at the beginning, power and control, because we
and then you
understand the
can
energies.
work a little bit on your relationship area if there's a little problem, by putting the picture of the two of you when you were happy in the southwest area.
Right.
Okay, to
Beautiful.
make it more
beautiful.
strong.
So if anybody has any questions that you want to ask specifically about something, I'd be happy to answer them.
Okay. Oh, you asked me also about the food. Yes. Food is also related to the elements.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a list of wood element food, fire element food, earth element food. So if a person is missing the fire element, so I would say, okay, you need more to eat barbecue on the toasted red wine.
Yeah.
Okay, things they are raising the fire, or the opposite.
Right.
When somebody has too much fire already, I say, okay, smoking is not good for you. Drugs, they drive you crazy. So we have to balance. And we can balance with everything, with food, with exercise, with the colors you wear.
What is a good food for air signs? We have a question here. For air element, people with air element. First of all, it's a little bit different than a regular Western astrology.
It's right? Different, okay? It's air in Chinese is the fire element, okay? So it's a problem if I want to enhance the fire.
Right.
Then it's good to eat. What is feeding the fire? I'm asking you. What element is feeding the fire?
Oh, the air, right?
And
air and fire.
What's feeding when you make
the
outside?
Wood.
Exactly. Okay. So wood is the little leaves. That means raw cost. Could be raw cost is good to feed the fire. Salads, fresh salads are good to feed the fire. Okay. Then all the wood, it has the sour taste, like sour apples, cornichon. This is the sour things. They are good, and the fire element has more the bitter taste, like liquor or something like this. Okay. Wow. Also, when we go into the meat, the lamb would be fire element. Chicken would be wood element.
Wow.
Okay, but now with everything they put into the food, I suggest to eat organic. And if you know your farmer, that would be best. I'm looking now for a local farmer because I want to get off the supermarket food
Right.
completely.
Have you ever heard about, we got a question about, I agree with you on that. We have a question about dirt. Like sometimes babies, like people crave dirt. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, of course. My daughter, she was eating kilos of sand on the beach.
Wow.
Eating. She is earth element. Okay.
Wow.
So,
Okay, so earth element.
okay, so
An earth element might crave dirt.
yes, yes.
Oh.
If there is an imbalance of the earth, they need the dirt. Yes.
Do you have any recommendations for living on a slightly busier street? Furniture on the walls that face the road, elements to calm with the noise. If you live on a busy street, is there anything,
Okay,
any
then
recommendation?
keep the apartment as quiet in the colors also, very cool, very quiet. I would go in the dark blues or in the brownish colors. I would not use greens, not too much plants also, because they're giving energy. We want to calm down. Okay,
Right.
or you simply might with heavy curtains work here.
Wow. What about, somebody said, what about those who crave sugar and carbs?
Yes, it's an imbalance of earth. Exactly.
Wow.
Okay, so also in my calendar, there are brown days. Where is one? On the 9th. Oh, that's in February. It's not today. Where is the actual one? Where there is a brown day? On the 12th, we have a brown day. On this day, there is too much earth. That means we are craving food. It's a day that you want to have pasta, you want to drink a beer, things like this. And it's hard to stop yourself. Okay,
Wow.
so on this day, really, we have to, it's a brown day, so take it easy, make a walk. Don't forget the salad.
Be aware.
Yes.
It's really phenomenal, and it's very individual. Like I love these questions.
Yes.
And I'll just say, because you did look at my chart, this was like 10 years ago, and what I remembered from it was the food part, because you said these foods are good for you. It was like miso and greens and things that naturally, after 25 years at that point of really like working with food, like I really was trying to hone my food, and I'm very sensitive, so I'd worked my way into eating the things that feel good for me and are nourishing, and they were exactly the things that you said. So I said, like, there's really something to this, because all the foods you said are like my favorite foods, the foods that I feel good eating.
Our body knows what's good for him.
Right.
Okay. I mean, later on we get a little bit used to some other things, and we get a little bit off the road. But if we listen to our body, he knows exactly what he needs.
Right. So I highly recommend, if anybody is like struggling with different energies in your life, or, you know, if you wanted to create an opening for a relationship, or create an opening in your business, or to look at somebody, if you have a dynamic with somebody that you're living with, you can get 2 charts done, or with yourself and your food and your energy. You can have Annette take a look at your chart, and I'm sure she can give you practical tips to just help to bring yourself into balance.
Yes, the chart is a good thing to start, and you do it once in your life. I mean, you don't have to do it 100 times.
Right.
Then some people, they just want to have a tune-up for a certain problem, like the lady that came today. But we did her chart a few years ago, and and also I give every month. I give so much information. Also, every January, I give the class for the year. What energies we have in the year. Okay, it's a Zoom class. For this class, I charge a little bit, but it's my prices are usually very. What kind of chart? It's a Chinese astrology chart. And when we do this, then I can tell you also every day the energies, if you have a blessing, or you can make money, or you should rather leave your credit card in the bag for the day. Okay, so we can really know exactly every day. You can plan. This is something for people. They have a rational mind. People, they have too much. Here, for I'm a red. Great. So for the red person, that's an ideal tool. For a fire person or air personality, they might get a little bit startled. Too much information. No, it's a red day, and they get a little bit overexcited. Okay, so I don't suggest it to everyone.
Wow.
Who wants to have?
So where can people catch your monthly live? What platform?
Okay, actually I will put, who wants, I will put you on the newsletter, and then you get every month the newsletter with the link for Eventbrite, where to register for the free Zoom Shui for the information. And you also get the information what book is out and what is on sale. My new book is out. That's the
Feng Shui, the mirror of your soul. Wow.
Yes, here is all what you can do alone at home. All the what to do in the bedroom, what to do, what's important in the kids' room, in the kitchen, and everywhere. Also, a little bit of astrology is in there. So that's here. And then
I think that would also make a great coffee table book, because if you have people, guests come over, everyone's going to love to read that book and check it out and think about their home. And it's also helpful. It's a great, it's beautiful.
Yes. And this one, that's every year I make the book for the year. This is where we have next year the best energies, where are the, and how to correct them, what will be in business, what will be health-wise, what will be, so every year I have the yearbook and the calendar.
Amazing. All right, everybody, check out Anette Halfon at uchakra_app. You can see her handle is right here in this live, and check out her work, check out her books, follow her, and you can definitely, I highly recommend getting a chart, because it's really eye-opening and just gives you a different awareness and helps you to be maybe a little bit forgiving of yourself in ways that maybe you're usually hard on yourself. Why do I always do that? Oh, I have a lot of this in my chart. Here's how I can correct it. Simple, easy solutions.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Anything else that you want to share, Annette?
Okay, so let's look at
no. Is there anything else that you feel before we end? I don't know if there's anything else that comes to mind that you want to share with everybody.
No, I think we did already a lot.
Yeah, we did. We covered a lot of ground.
Exactly.
Thank you so much to everybody who joined.
Yes,
thank you, Annette.
Thank you, everybody. And I just want to give you the best energies for this month, the month of the dog, starting on Saturday. Okay, so you have time to do the corrections. There is one most important thing. Please, the bad energies for the year and for the month are in the west. Check out where you have the west and keep this area quiet. Quiet means no charging of the phone, don't put the lamp there. Try to keep it as quiet as possible. That's one thing. Secondly, put there a glass with salt, just simple salt, and leave it there for the whole year. The year goes until beginning February.
Amazing. And just so people know, so you take your compass. How do you find out what's the west? Because I know it's west facing your front door, right? Or how do you orient the west?
That's individually. That depends on your apartment.
Okay. So just whatever direction is west.
And you turn it until it shows west.
Okay.
usually the sun goes down in the west. So just to make sure, because sometimes when you have an iPhone compass, they need some persuasion. You need some, you have to move it a little bit like an 8 movement and then wait. Sometimes it needs until 1.5 minutes to suddenly to adjust itself.
Okay, amazing.
Okay.
Great advice. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for joining.
Thank you so
Annette.
much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Such a pleasure for me too. So much fun.
And I hope to see you soon again.
Me too. I'll be in touch.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.